I can have a ton of problems, the insurmountable amount of problems. But once you take a canvas and your pens or your journal or your paper and this material that you start to engage in, everything else just disappears. It's a perfect place to be. I'm Michelle Boyd, and I'm here with my students of all levels from the Visual Arts Unit at DCFA, and we are doing a plein air session. So students have decided to come by, join in. They're doing some sketches, they're doing work for other courses, journaling and stuff like that. Plein air drawing is essentially drawing in the open air, right, where you sit and you observe nature, the environment, people, everything that's in the space, and do sketching. Of course, it's something that they love doing. I have a long career, both in art and education. So let me start with my career in education. I have been a secondary school educator in art and administrator, and I spent 34 years in service at the Ministry of Education, and I left service in 2022 as the acting principal of a secondary school. I started with the University of the West Indies as a lecturer, an adjunct lecturer in 2003, and I've taught a number, cross-section of the visual arts program, both at the certificate and the degree level. Currently, and as of August 2022, I started as a full-time lecturer and coordinator of the visual arts units. At a secondary school level, you're doing a lot more of the fundamentals or the rudiments in art. So it's at a very, I would say, lower level of an introductory type level. And of course that is coupled with a lot of discipline problems and a lot of other problems in the classroom. And then of course we have the individual scenarios of the students and their limited resources and stuff like that. But I think art, for my students and for myself, became that place where everyone just was happy. It became a safe space for my students, so they loved and they spent so many hours in the art room, just creating art, just using recycled stuff and all kinds of things. Yeah. As a lecturer at the university, you find that the necessary foundation is already there in the students, because of course they need to present a portfolio, to be interviewed, to get into the programs, right? So the foundation is there, so we can now scaffold on that, we can build on that. And of course you see what the results are many times when we have our exhibitions and incidents like these, when you can see someone actually displaying their skill.